Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, May 14th, and as you can see, it is Blue Day of Rainbow Week. So remember, if you don't have your blue on yet, you can either pause the video and go put on some blue clothing, or you can do that after you finish watching Morning Motivation this morning. I have loved getting all of your pictures this week of your different outfits for Rainbow Week, and I've also loved seeing all the different objects from your house that you're collecting that match the color for the day. So today is Blue Day, and tomorrow, as you hopefully know, is Purple Day. So if you don't have your outfit picked out for tomorrow already, definitely make sure to pick that out at some point today. Here's what we have in store for Morning Motivation this morning. First thing is, again, looking at pictures from Rainbow Week. We have a ton today, some really awesome outfits, so I'm excited for you guys to see those. Then we have Fernando, who's going to be leading the Brook Creed for us today. Remember, I said yesterday that that's Fabian's older brother, so he's going to lead the Brook Creed for us today, which I'm looking forward to. We have some people who have achieved goals that we're going to celebrate. We have some shout outs that we're going to share. And then I have a goal that I'm really excited about for today. The other thing I want to mention about today's Morning Motivation is the couple videos, the Brook Creed video and the video that we're going to see at the end, which is actually Victoria from Scranton leading us in integrity. They're a little hard to see, similar to yesterday's video that was a little bit challenging to see. But remember that what matters is really the sound, that you can hear the Brook Creed or you can hear the integrity song. So don't worry if your computer or your tablet, whatever you're watching this on, looks a little funny or it's hard to see the person. That's totally fine. The sound should be totally fine for you guys to hear. Okay, we're going to jump right into looking at pictures from Rainbow Week and the Brook Creed, and then we'll come back together. Check out these pictures.
Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as can be, we will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
It's our responsibility. Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as can be, we will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
It's our responsibility. Let me tell you about my team. We get the job done because we know two heads are better than one. If you lend me your hand, well then I'll lend you mine, and the results will be better in half the time. Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as can be, we will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
It's our responsibility. Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as can be, we will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
It's our responsibility. We made a commitment to do all that we can. If we work hard together, then we'll accomplish the plan. We practice hard every day, so we're ready to perform. That's what you get from someone in a Brook uniform. Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as can be, we will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
It's our responsibility. Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as can be, we will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
It's our responsibility. Now we've come a long way from where we began, but you get out what you put in to do the best you can. You know we're proud of one another, we believe in each other, but we're never gonna stop and slow down. We don't complain. We're on our way. Bring on the challenges, cause we are beyond double OK. Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as can be, we will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
It's our responsibility. Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as can be, we will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
It's our responsibility. Check out my team.
Oh, yeah.
Working as hard as...
Hello, this is me. I'm Fernando. Today I'm going to do the Brook Creed. I am a Brook Scholar. I have the power to determine who I am, who I will become, and what I do in life. I will stay focused on achieving excellence. I will make smart choices because I respect myself, my teammates, and my community. Today is a step on my path to success.
Yay!
So,
Fernando, awesome job leading the Brooke Creed for us today. I love that we have so many older siblings that are watching Morning Motivation with their younger siblings who are in K through second grade. I know that Fernando is watching with Fabian. I know Christopher Fitzpatrick is watching with Liam. I know Adrian's oftentimes watching with Victoria. So if you haven't yet invited your older sibling to watch Morning Motivation with you, definitely invite them to watch, invite them to participate in the goals and send in pictures, because the more people we have, the more we will feel like a community. Today we don't have any birthdays to celebrate, so we're going to get right into shout outs. And we have 2 shout outs this morning coming from Miss Dixon and coming from Mr. Skyer. So starting with Miss Dixon's shout out, her shout out goes to Sarah. And she has been so impressed by Sarah's really awesome effort on short answer questions in both reading and in her math lessons. So usually for a short answer question, your answer will be maybe 1 or 2 sentences, but generally people don't write much more than that. Sarah has been so thoughtful in all of her short answer responses. She's usually including 4 or 5 sentences, tons of details, lots of evidence, and in her math responses, she's including some great math vocabulary too. Sarah, that shows really great focus and really, really nice effort on your distance learning work. Let's give 2 claps for Sarah. Our next shout out comes from Mr. Skyer, and it's a shout out for Roynell. Roynell has been showing great self-determination with his work on Seesaw. Earlier this week, he submitted an assignment, and he had actually been confused about part of the assignment, but he tried anyways and he submitted it. And then he was thinking after he had submitted the assignment about the question that he had, and he was actually able to figure out the answer himself. And so what Roynell did is, instead of just saying, nah, I already submitted that assignment, I'm not going to look back at it, Roynell actually resubmitted the assignment, thinking about the answer to the question that he was able to come up with on his own, which shows really incredible self-determination. And Roynell, it shows great leadership and focus on your work during distance learning. Let's give 2 claps for Roynell. All right, next up today, I want to celebrate some people who have achieved different goals that we've had over the course of our time in remote morning motivation. So the first person, or people actually, that I'm going to share are Adrian and Victoria. So Adrian and Victoria, I think they were probably thinking about one of the goals we set a long time ago about helping out at home with chores or with different things that your parents need to do. Adrian and Victoria helped out with the gardening at home. And I'm going to share with you in a second 3 different pictures of how they helped out with gardening. You'll see that they were digging in the dirt to make spots for the plants. Adrian was watering the plants at one point, and that just shows a lot of care for our environment, but then also a lot of care for their family, because they knew that's a really big job, and that job is going to be easier if we work together as a team. So check out these pictures now of Adrian and Victoria helping out with the gardening at home. Adrian and Victoria, awesome job helping out with that gardening. That was great to see, and it definitely inspired me to maybe do some work with helping to garden or helping to grow plants when I'm at home during this time. Let's give 2 claps for Adrian and 2 claps for Victoria. Next up, I want to celebrate some people who achieved our goal, our fitness goal actually, that we had back on Tuesday. So remember on Tuesday, I gave you the health or the fitness goal to attend Miss Ribeiro's fitness games that she was doing on Zoom at 3 o'clock. And I was blown away by how many people went to the fitness games. I was really sad that I couldn't join you because I had a meeting at that time, but I heard from so many people that they had a lot of fun at the fitness games, and I even saw a couple pictures of all of the people that attended. So I'm going to share out those pictures that I have. There are 3 different ones, and in that what you'll see is a picture of the Zoom call where there are lots of little boxes, and each little box has a different person in it. So check those out now so that you can see how many people achieved that goal on Tuesday. Check it out. Thank you to all of those people who went to the fitness games with Miss Ribeiro on Tuesday. I know she is so excited to host another one at some point in the future, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting to attend one in the future as well. So if you achieved that goal, you should be super proud of yourself, because not only does that mean you set a goal and you achieved it, but it means that you got some really great exercise on Tuesday, which is great for your body. Okay, we're going to move into our goal for today. So today is Thursday, which means it's going to be a caring goal. In the past couple weeks, we have been working on goals that show self-care, that we're taking care of ourselves during this time, which is definitely important, but I want to move into a different type of care starting today. We're going to be talking about, starting today, care for our environment. So your environment is the world around you. So everything that is around you is a part of your environment. And today we're going to learn about one specific way that you can care for your environment and you can help to take care of the world. And that is by doing something called recycling. So hopefully that sounds familiar to you because a lot of you guys have gotten to do that when you're in school, and I hope a lot of you already do it at home. What we're going to do today is I'm going to read you a book about recycling, and I'm going to show the pages of the book up on the computer. Your job is to think to yourself, is this something my family already does? Or is this something that I can help my family start doing? Now, if your family doesn't already do it, talk to your mom, talk to your dad or your aunt or uncle or grandma, and see if they can help you to start collecting recyclable materials when you're at home. If it's something that your family already does at home, that's great. You have a really good first start. But I want you today to focus on, instead of throwing some things in the trash, thinking to yourself, is this something I could put in the recycling bin instead? So we're going to read this book together. I ask you some questions as we go, and then we'll come back together to wrap up morning motivation with a core value song. Kids Can Recycle by Cecilia Minden. What can kids recycle? Time to take out the trash. Wait, let's see what we can recycle. Recycle means to use something in another way. Right now, I want you to think to yourself, does your family recycle right now? Or do you put things only in the trash? Glass and paper can be recycled. Clean all glass bottles and jars. Paper should be dry. Package it in clean paper bags. Right now, I want you to think to yourself, what are some glass bottles that you might use or glass jars that you might use that are in your house? Think about that for a couple seconds. Good. It could be a lot of stuff that you buy at the grocery store. So things like sauce will come in a glass bottle. Sometimes juice might come in a glass bottle or a glass jar as well. Those are things that can be recycled once they're empty instead of being thrown in the trash. Think about some things in your house that could be made from paper. Awesome. There's a ton of stuff in your house that's made from paper. So maybe if your family gets the newspaper, that could be recycled once you're done with it. Or if you have cereal boxes, that's just a thicker paper. It's called cardboard. Those can be recycled when you're done with them. So things like glass and paper should definitely be recycled. Plastic can also be recycled. Make sure it is clean. Be careful of metal cans. The lids are very sharp. Right now, think about some stuff in your house that might be made of plastic that you can recycle when you're done with it. Awesome. Yeah, you can see a great example here in the picture. It looks like he's recycling a plastic bottle that maybe had some juice or some soda in it. That's a great thing to recycle when you're done with it instead of throwing it away. What about some things that are made out of metal that you could recycle when you're done with them? Yeah, one that's mentioned here, you probably have in your house quite often, a metal can. So if you have a can of beans or maybe a can of tomatoes, once you're done with that, you can rinse it out and you can put it in the recycling instead of in the trash. How can kids recycle? Does your family have a place to sort trash? Help them set up recycling bins. So right now, think to yourself, does your family already recycle? Or is that something you could help your family to set up in your house? Use pictures to help you label the bins. Now everyone will know how to sort the trash. So if your family already recycles, maybe one way you could help your family is by drawing a picture to put on the recycling bin to help people remember what they can put in the recycling bin. If your family doesn't recycle yet, that's okay. You could help your family to set up recycling in your house and maybe use some pictures to help them learn if they don't already know. I bet a lot of them do, though, the things that they can recycle or the things that need to go in the trash. Remind others to recycle. Check the bins. Help keep things in the right bins. And here in the picture, you can see the types of recycling bins that we've used in school before, so that should look really familiar to you. So you can think back to when you were in school and remember the things that you recycled when we were in school. Where can kids recycle? Some towns pick up recycling when they pick up trash. Put your recycling containers by the curb. So most of us live in Boston, and this is exactly what Boston does. When they come to pick up your trash once every week, or maybe more than once a week, they'll also pick up your recycling. So you can just put your recycling outside next to your trash. Other towns have recycling centers. People bring their trash to the centers. Everyone sorts their trash and puts it in the big bins. That probably doesn't apply to us in Boston because it's a really big city. So this probably applies to people who live in a different place. Recycling helps reduce trash. It helps save our natural resources. It also saves energy and keeps Earth clean. What will you recycle today? I want you to think of at least one thing that maybe you'll be using today and you'll finish with it, and instead of throwing it in the trash, you're going to put it in the recycling bin. Say that thing out loud right now. Awesome. And that is the end. And here on the last page, we see some other resources about recycling. If you want to look at these with a little help from your parents, we see a glossary, which has definitions of all of those bold words that we saw. And then we also see a list of words that you can practice reading to help make your reading really fast and really smooth. Okay, that's it for this book about recycling. So hopefully you enjoyed that book about recycling. I really loved reading it, and we'll continue to work on these goals of ways that we can take care of our environment as we move forward throughout the rest of Morning Motivation this year. We'll focus on this on Thursdays for a little while. Okay, we're going to move into our core value song for today. Our core value song is Integrity, which is going to be led by Victoria in Scranton. Remember, I said the video is going to be a little bit hard to see, but you should be able to hear her totally fine. So your job is to do the core value song right along with Victoria. Stand up for integrity.
Integrity. When you do the right thing, integrity. When you make a mistake, integrity. When you do a mistake, integrity. Well, I have integrity. Do you have integrity? Because I have integrity. And I believe in honesty. I have integrity. Do you have integrity? Because I have integrity. And I believe in honesty. Integrity. Respect the rule of integrity. If you don't back that integrity, you want to feel how integrity. Well, I have integrity. Do you have integrity? Because I have integrity. And I believe in honesty. Integrity. Do you have integrity? Because I have integrity. And I believe in honesty. The action to follow too. I have integrity. Do you have integrity? Because I have integrity. And I believe in honesty. I have integrity. Do you have integrity? Because I have integrity. And I believe in honesty. Integrity. Do you have integrity? Because I have integrity. And I believe in
All right, that's all we have for today, everyone. I hope you have a fabulous Thursday. Remember to share pictures of yourself wearing blue if you haven't already shared that with me or with your teachers. And I will see you tomorrow for Dance Party Friday and the last day of Rainbow Week. Have a great day, everyone.